My name's David, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to drop in. So first things about dropping in is I would recommend that you're very comfortable riding your Surfskate, skateboard. I only ride Surfskates now, but anyway, so you want to be very comfortable with just riding in general. The first skill you want to learn when you're dropping in is just on a flat surface like this. I want to just have my tail on the ground with my back foot on it, and I want to be very comfortable with that motion right there. Like, I want that motion to feel very easy before I start trying to drop in. And if it doesn't feel easy, you just need to practice this motion a lot, because that's what you're going to be doing. And for beginners learning this for the first time, I definitely recommend wearing a helmet. I forgot mine today and wish I had it, but I recommend beginners wearing a helmet if you're not comfortable with dropping in. So whenever you're dropping in, you want to set your board up with your tail on the deck, wheels both against the quarter pipe at the top, and you want to have a nice wide stance. I just basically put my foot in my normal Surfskate stance where I'm just covering the top two bolt holes with my foot. I don't know if you want to point at that, but so I put my foot every time covering the front two bolt holes so I'm wide without being too far over the nose. And I like to squat down far enough where I can reach the nose with my front hand and go. And now whenever we talk about dropping in, we often talk a lot about the stomping down and things like that. And honestly, the way that I think about dropping in, the easiest and most intuitive way, is it can be kind of scary and you're often tense, but really being relaxed and almost just gently falling into the ramp is the way to go. Because the problem, whenever we make statements like, I want to see you stomp your wheels down to the deck, well, what often ends up happening, and I'm not going to demonstrate because I don't want to hurt myself, but what ends up happening is this motion where I'm upright and I stomp my front foot down, and all of a sudden my weight is leaned too far back and I slip backwards. So you're not stomping your front foot down, you're literally leaning your whole body all the way in one motion, and it actually starts with your upper body. You're going to lean in with your upper body first. My shoulders should be almost 45 degrees before my front foot ever even goes down, which is why my hand can touch my nose as I go in, and it's one motion. So here I am, my body's all the way on top of the deck, and when I know I'm committed and ready to go, I have to put my foot on and I just lean in and go. And it's almost more like a trust fall. So the problem with this motion of stomping my front foot down is if I'm up here and I stomp my front foot down, what's going to happen is my back end is going to slide down because I'm pushing my front foot out and my weight stays back. So if I push my front foot out, that's what happens. And if you do that on a bigger quarter pipe, you're going to slam and get hurt. And so I'm not stomping my front foot out, I'm letting my weight fall over the front end. So I'm falling over the front end, and it goes. And over the course of 8 years, I taught more than 100 kids and adults how to drop in from tail. And never, ever, ever once did I see someone fall because they leaned too far forward. The number of times I saw people stay too far back is every single time. Every single time someone fell, it's because their weight was too far back. And I think that comes from this idea that we have to get our wheels to slam down onto the quarter pipe, which to me, that's not really true. I don't feel like I'm slamming my wheels. I'm just kind of falling in gently. And it's also the lack of commitment. And so if all your weight is standing on top of the deck and you're not fully committed, then you start to push down, but you're not actually committing to getting your weight all the way in. And again, in practice, what it really should look like is you're standing on the deck and you go from here to having completed the drop in one motion. So in practice, I'm just going to put my foot on and go. So dropping in is very scary, and if you haven't done it and you find yourself and you've been up here for a while and you just can't quite get that commitment, it's best to just step away from it and go roll around and relax your head, or wait for a different day or something. Yeah, just make sure you're feeling good and committed. So I also want to mention that dropping in on a corner feature like this tends to be easier for most people, because the way skate parks are designed, corners tend to be less steep than flat walls at a skate park.